bitches? It's a misanthropic one, aka He Who Hungers, and I'm back up in this bitch for another rant. Please, Will Smith the shit out of the like button in order to fight YouTube censorship and to get on the algorithm. I want to redo this video that I did last week regarding Candace Owens and her comments on gangster rap culture. Apparently there was some issues with volume. Some people couldn't hear it. And I think I kind of figured it out with this OBS shit. There was a lot of noise upstairs and I had to lower it. So some people might have got it a little bit fucked up. So I'm just gonna redo the video because I think it's one of my stronger videos with the points that I made. If you know my channel, you should know who Candace Owens is. If not, you should still know who Candace Owens is. Shout out to the Queen Candace Owens. Love her takes. I would say I agree with like 99.5% of what she says. Let's just jump right into it. I don't want to waste a lot of time because I did do this video once. So basically, she says, gangster rap was never black culture. It was created by the feds who proffered deals to homosexual black men in prison, then turned them into artificial celebrities. The goal was to create false idols to destroy black American values. I'll never change my mind on this. Now, here's where I disagree. Well, let me not say disagree with Candace Owens. Let me just say this up front. This is her opinion, okay? So, number one, you know, right off the bat, none of you niggas should be upset about this. It's an opinion. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of y'all are in your feelings with this shit, and it really shouldn't be because opinions are like assholes. Everyone got one. This is just her opinion. And let me go a little bit further as to say, there's no real, let me say, concrete evidence of this. So that just kind of strengthens the statement that this is just her opinion. You know what I mean? You could see something and have an opinion about it. That's what she believes. Now, this is where I totally agree with her, even though a lot of y'all know I'm a hip hop head. Majority of the hip hop I listen to is in this vein. I love gangster. I love hardcore, heavy rap nowadays, particularly nowadays. Now that I'm a little bit older, but it got to be lyrical and hard ass beats and all that shit. But all that cast aside, you know, the same people that are getting upset about her opinion on this or her stating this shit are the same people that'll turn around and say, well, you know, the government pushed crack in the hood to black people and this and that. So how is that? So how does one make sense to you? You're able to talk about that, but this, no, it's out of bounds. How does that make any type of sense? Why can't both be true? If they're both doing this covertly or overtly to some of you, why is this impossible? You know what I mean? Like y'all just hate the messenger. You're not listening to the message. You just see Candace Owens saying it and you're already in your feelings. Your panties in a bunch. All right. Number two, not too long ago, I want to say this was like a couple years ago. It was revealed that the U.S. government was seeking out Cuban rappers in order to for them to release music against their government. So that's already out there. So I mean, you can look it up on Google and see these things. It's not far-fetched. And then furthermore, a lot of you niggas ain't ready for this part of the conversation. Go look up Operation Mockingbird. And for those who know, and that'll come here and say, well, that got shut down a long time ago. That's bullshit. because without getting too deep into Operation Mockingbird, just know that the government does influence media, film, all these little, what would you call them? I guess any form of escapism they're trying to get their little claws into. So yeah, once you go into Operation Mockingbird, you'll see that this isn't too far off. And let me get into Ice Cube. It's a good thing I'm redoing this video because Ice Cube kind of had a response to this. It didn't really direct it towards her, but we all know it's towards Candace Owens. He tweeted something about, listen, like, no feds ever wrote my rhymes. I wrote all my rhymes. Something to that effect. And I mentioned part of this in the last video when it comes to when it came down to N.W.A. and how they kind of took gangster rap and went into a bigger went mainstream, you know, because you had Ice-T and Schoolie D and a lot of these cats before N.W.A. And I'll say this: a lot of people were like, well, you know, N.W.A. Why was the government after them? Well, number one, which, you know, is plausible, it could have been controlled opposition. You know what I mean? Which I don't want to believe, because maybe it's me, because it's the hip hop head in me. I don't want to go that route. But again, anything's plausible nowadays. I believe all the crazy shit. The normal shit, I don't believe anymore. And this is what I do believe when it comes to the Ice Cube or N.W.A. situation. This is what I want to believe. That they got too big to handle. You know what I mean? Like, they blew up with the whole fuck the police and all that stuff. And I think they got a little bit too big to handle. I mean, if we're talking about this situation, if what Candace is saying is true, I believe the government trying to rein them in and say, nah, we ain't letting you be bigger than what we can control. You know what I'm saying? But regardless if you believe this or that or whatever, the whole point is that why are you getting mad at this woman, again, when a lot of this stuff ain't too far-fetched? I defy you. Go look up Operation Mockingbird, then come back and have a conversation and see if this woman is lying. But again, I already know what it is. A lot of y'all, you see Candace Owens' name attached to shit, and it hurts your heart so much that she's saying it, but yet you'll have Dave Chappelle talk about things that are somewhat related. Cat Williams, when they're talking about certain agendas being pushed, and you, oh man, that's deep, that's profound. But because Candace Owens says it, oh, all of a sudden it's a bad thing. Nah, she's right on the money. Love her to death. Shout out to Candace Owens. Yo, stand 10 toes down. Keep standing 10 toes down, because there's not a lot of people like you out here today. So I support Candace and her opinion on it. Yeah, that's all I really got to say. Everybody else, y'all know the deal. Leave your love, leave your hate. Most of all, subscribe, and that's it. Peace, bitches.